Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and no flex. Flex alive is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
How's that now? That's better? Test these. 1, 2. Is that better? All right, cool. You know, what happens is when you got a desktop, the family uses it, and, you know, when they try to turn the volume down on the equipment that I have instead of the YouTube screen, they F my ish up. I mean, and, you know, now I know I got to check it every time. Anyway, like the video, share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything. All right. Before I get started, I was just on the sister Sugar Free Moss, her live stream. And salute to the queen. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to her too. But I don't want to let any of you forget. Y'all remember Jaime Munguia Pop Dirty, right? Oh, okay. Y'all remember when they said he had 10 days to request that B sample? Did he do it? Or is it just going to go away? The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I just read somewhere, and I didn't do any real research, but they're already VADA testing Bud, which is fine, you know, because Bud is a clean fighter. But then when I was talking about it to somebody earlier today, they was like, oh, no, because it's that Victor Conti and that snack. And I'm like, oh, Snack. Forget the boxers, but snack athletes, it's not only limited to boxers. Has anybody that was on the snack program popped dirty because of the snack products? Let me know. Maybe I missed it. But y'all go ahead and test Bud as if he's not fighting Canelo, who popped dirty and was suspended already. Coming out of that goddamn camp with Munguia popped dirty, right? But Bud's getting body tested right now as we speak. You know what, man? Okay. But when I bring up race, it's always a problem, man. I need Bud to whoop Canelo ass like he stole something, bro. Whoop him like he was flirting with your wife. Whoop him like he threw a egg at your goddamn windshield of your car. Yeah, shots fired. I need Canelo to be like, you know what? This is it. I can't do this no more. Let's go, Bud. I just want to point that out. So salute to everybody. Smash my like button. Share the video. I'm a little annoyed I'm having a wonderful day, but I'm annoyed when I think of boxing right now. There was some great things that happened yesterday, but, you know, knuckle draggers just can't leave things alone. So y'all know me. Everything that I do and everything that I say is going to be supported by facts. And salute to my sister Cameron Fields in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. She says, salute, Drew. Working and listening today. I appreciate you. And keep pumping out those videos. I'm always there listening. Salute to you, Queen. Yeah, exactly. I see you, Eric Jordan.
Give power to my nigger sword!
And I'm on the job. So let's get to it, man. We had a wonderful night of boxing. First and foremost, I need everybody to salute our brother Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash. He was victorious yesterday. The fella's name he fought yesterday was Andreas Campos. I may not have heard of him, but that's irrelevant because it was for the WBA interim bantamweight belt. And he fought in Argentina because Nonito's a road warrior. And let's give him his credit because he picked up a belt. A lot of people say that the climax of the fight was anticlimactic because of how it ended. But the thing is, Nonito wrapped up enough points to that where it went to the cards, he clearly won. There was no part of that fight that Campos won other than, you know, Nonito needed a goddamn football helmet because the headbutts were out of control. You know, Nonito got a cut, man. Go back and watch the fight. I mean, this dude, I remember that game for TurboGrafx, Bonk's Adventures? It was ridiculous. Derek Gaines, a legend, salute. Texas T, salute. It was ridiculous. The headbutts was out of control, but Nonito was outboxing a Campos. He clearly dictated the pace of the fight, and that kid was not in his league. I mean, he could scream about a rematch, and Nonito will still F him up. So salute to our brother Nonito Donaire, the road warrior that he is, picked up another belt. And let me just say this, man, Nonito's just fine. He it's further proof that when you know the basics of the sport, all right, you can get in there at pretty much, I mean, I'm not going to OD and be like getting in 80 and you still dominate. But Nonito has been in there with the best of the best. Okay? He understands the sport. The reflexes was there. The ring generalship was there. The toughness obviously is there. And 0 F's given. He got in there. And to me, he schooled that kid. He schooled that kid. Nonito's the OG now. He's 42 years old or something like that. And the Flash went in there and pistol whooped him. Dude was leading with the head. And, you know, I mean, it was a dirty fight. But the reason why guys like Nonito and B-Hop, and I'm talking about the boxing career, we know B-Hop's an absolute nightmare now. But those guys stuck around longer than guys that existed based off of doing things unconventional and existing off of talent. Guys like Roy Jones, because once he lost a step in his athletic ability, we saw what happened. This is a game of split seconds in inches. And as soon as age caught up to him, he was getting caught. Guy like Bernard Hopkins, guys like B-Hop, they understand the basics. They know what they can do and what they can't do. And they make up for it in what? IQ in that ring. And that's what you saw yesterday. So salute to our brother. He picked up another belt. I'd love to see where he goes from there, but, you know, I'll find out, but I can't tell y'all until they say it's okay. So, yeah. Absolutely. Renzo, I see you. Salute. Tay-Tay. Dow Big G. Night Train. Salute. So our brother Nonito picks up another belt, man. So I just wanted to get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Now, Teach, what up? Universal Truth, what up? Let's talk about Andy Cruz. He cruised his way to another victory. Yes, he did. We all saw it, did we not? Let me tell you something, man. Andy Cruz is nice with it. Andy Cruz is nice. I mean, you look at the record, and it's like, yeah, he has a below 10 victories. Those are the victories that we've seen. Olympics, and Lord knows what he was doing in Cuba. That's probably like 1,412 fights he's had in the ring, for all we know. Andy Cruz is here. Andy Cruz is a problem for anybody in this division. Now, Jackie says she doesn't like Andy Cruz. He's like 300 years old. Well, here's how we handle that, Jackie. If you don't like him, then Keyshawn Davis, your favorite fighter, needs to do something about this. See how that works? This is boxing. You're entitled to your opinion. But what we're not going to do anywhere in the realm of boxing is we're not going to switch up the facts. The fact is that he's been calling out Keyshawn Davis. The difference between him and Keyshawn Davis, other than the countries that they were born in, is that Keyshawn is put on his pedestal and he was properly marketed. But like it or not, this is his rival. The thing with Cubans, and I get it, people are like, well, we don't know how old they really are. My thing is this. I don't care. If they're old men, get them out of there. Show them that they need to go sit their ass down. I wanted to see what AJ could do with King Kong Ortiz a few years ago, when King Kong Ortiz was AJ's responsibility. And what happened? He never fought him. And Deontay had to pick up that. But never forget, King Kong Ortiz was Anthony Joshua's responsibility. They never fought. Because he's a southpaw and he'd have knocked the shit out of AJ. Any AJ fan, prove me wrong. They never fought. Shout out to Eric Jordan in that strong house for almost 2 years. He says, shout out to Nonito Donaire for the win. He got the power and fury of the ninja sword. Heavyweight. It's the LDBC or nothing. Miguel is 100 man. Goddamn right.
Then let him taste the fury of my nigga sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Y'all just unloaded the magazine on y'all. Hell yeah. So, salute, Eric. Always support. So, I mean, I understand. You know what? I don't understand. I was about to say I understand. No. You know what I understand about the bandwagon of hatred on Cuban fighters? You know what I can say I understand? I understand a bully mentality. You ever saw that kid in school that got bullied? And you get to school like, well, why y'all bullying the new kid? You don't even know, but some of you may have participated in laughing and joking with him. Oh, well, he stinks. You never got close enough to say that he stinks. You don't know that. He probably had one incident and the popular kid said it was something and then it was blown out of proportion. Now everybody says he stinks. Totally untrue. Oh, we don't know how old the Cubans are. Irrelevant. Knock of the South, salute. 88. Jason Bourne, salute. J-Man, salute. Texas, what up? I'm not with the bully mentality here. I'm not with it. The Cubans are old and washed up and we don't have birth certificates, fine. They're fighting, they're pros, beat them and get them out of there. That's all I wanted them to do with Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know what they did to him? Jackie, do you know what they did? You know, this ain't beef. I just want to show you something because this is the part where I'm educating at this point. Do you know what they did to Guillermo Rigondeaux? In fact, there's only one person that had the balls to fight him, and he's on this page right now. And that was Nonito, right here in New York at Radio City. Valiant effort he put forth. But he was the only person, Copper, what up? The only person that had the balls to get in the ring and fight Guillermo when nobody would. I'm talking to the young man, Jackie. This is the education part, Jackie. I'm arming you. Okay, Jack, you don't even know who Guillermo Rigondeaux is. He's a black Cuban. Black Cuban. If you just stared at him, look at this fucking weirdo. God damn. All right, one more of those. And I'm putting on the subscribers mode only. One more of those, it's going subscribers mode only. Because I got stalkers. Niggas literally want to lick my balls. Disgusting. Anyway. Guillermo Rigondeaux, right? He's a Cuban fighter. I never cared how old he was. I was just looking at his skill set. There were 4 fighters that were making a lot of noise. Guillermo wanted all of the smoke. Abner Mares, Frampton, Quigg, and who am I forgetting? Oh, what's his name? Santa Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz. And what those 4 names did was they all fought each other. And they it might be on YouTube still. When they were all asked, what about Guillermo? All of them verbally said, I'm not fighting that guy. And nobody held their feet to the flame. They all fought each other and froze him out. Hashtag Black Murderers Row. They froze that brother out. I don't give a fuck if he's Cuban. That's my brother. He's black. Froze that man out and nobody cared. He had to go up how many weight classes to fight Lomachenko? Like 3? And here was the biggest crime. He had the WBA strap. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Was it the WBA? I think it was. Left that belt, went up 2 or 3 weight classes, fought Lomachenko. I went to that fight at MSG. Guillermo lost, right? He had to retire in his corner because he broke his knuckle. His first loss, right? El Chacal, right? He lost and they stripped him of a belt he never lost in the ring. Stripped him. And I said, wait a minute, that had nothing to do with what he did. I mean, come on, they can't hold him down and just hold on to the belt? That was ridiculous. Guillermo's best win was also his worst loss. He beat Nonito in a fair one, right? But that was on HBO, and you gotta understand, Manny Pacquiao was still that dude on HBO. He was still that guy. So they had a lot of things invested in the Philippines, and Nonito was right there with him. But HBO, let me ask y'all a question. The HBO execs, you think there's any black people up there? And I'm asking this for a reason. How the hell do you market? Now, picture this, a white man looking at this and saying, look, I understand Cuba has a great history in fighters, but how the hell do we market a little black motherfucker that look like that don't speak any English, speak Spanish, right? How do we market this to the American public? Quick answer, you don't. You don't. Which is why there was no pressure for Santa Cruz or Morris, 2 Mexicans, to fight him. Frampton, Quigg, 2 white Brits to fight him. There was no pressure. So, Jackie, you have to understand. When you start talking about age, as a deterrent for a fighter not to get an opportunity. I don't play that. Not in boxing, man. If he's an old man and whatever the hell it is, then you fight him and get him out. You send him on his way. To me, when I read what you wrote, that's just another excuse. And if you want to get educated about the sport, you remove that excuse. Oh, he don't sell enough. He's too old. I don't like where he's from. I don't like how he looks. He got big lips, small feet, skinny legs. Monty Musa, my brother, salute. And if I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. We got to get away from that. This is boxing. I literally was listening to my brother BF Cook, and this dude got in the comment section and said these fighters got to fight how they look. In other words, the pretty fighters ain't got to do much, but the ugly niggas you got to listen to it. There'd be a lot of strange individuals on those panels. And I'm like, I had to replay it and listen. Did he really say that? Yes. Yes, that nigga said, yeah, man, you know, this nigga pretty, so he ain't got to do that much. He was like, wait a minute, so the uglier you are, the more work you got to do? Exactly. All you got to do is let these niggas talk. Shaquilla, salute. Queen, PGH, salute. All you got to do is let them talk. I heard that. I said, man, I can't, man. I can't. These dudes tell on themselves. So I don't give a fuck if a Cuban comes up here and he dyes his hair black, but he's 50 years old. If he's in a position where there's an interesting fight that listen, what's the difference between Andy Cruz and Keyshawn? One nigga speak English and the other nigga speak Spanish. That's it. One from Cuba, the other one from goddamn Norfolk, Virginia. And at this point, with what Keyshawn's going through, who's the A side going into that? Since y'all like to talk about money, Keyshawn got one foot out the door through his own doing. So he might need this Andy Cruz fight. And all I'm saying is Andy Cruz wants the smoke. How many times did they fight already? Y'all put it in the chat. Educate me. I don't know. What I'm hearing is that he whooped his ass. Is that true? Y'all tell me. Educate me. Because I heard some things. Educate me. Did Andy Cruz not whoop this dude Keyshawn Davis ass? Tell me. That's what I'm hearing. So if that is the case, Andy 4-0, he whooped him 4 times. Wow. Now let me tell you how this goes. If Andy Cruz was Andy Fuchskinstein from Kazakhstan, there would have been more noise about that. Because here's what we know about the white Europeans. What do they beat us in the head with these white Europeans when, as a marketing ploy, when they're marketing them to us? They got 350,000 amateur wins in 2 losses. Golovkin, Loma, all of these guys, extensive amateur careers. Exactly, Jackie. It's the amateurs, though. And I'm saying that I don't give a damn about the amateurs. I don't care. Get it popping here. Golovkin had to get it popping here. And when he was getting it popping, it was his opponents was he was being steered in a certain direction. We peeped the play. The same thing with Loma. One win, they said, oh, this is the best thing we've seen since Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. Loses a second pro fight. So you're right, Jackie. It's the amateurs. So how does Keyshawn shut Andy Cruz up? How do you do it, Jackie? How does Keyshawn shut up all of Andy Cruz's? How does he shut him up? Because he's been talking. How does he shut Andy Cruz up and his fans? How does he do it? Go on and tell me. How do you shut somebody up in boxing? Go on. Stay dangerous. Salute. In the pros, Jackie, they got to fight. Now, I'm going to be, what my brother say? Stay Dangerous said, Keyshawn versus Andy. They were literally laughing at him. Check it out. Oh, wait, I'll pull that up in a second. It's the only sport that I know where if you got a problem with somebody, you could dead ass punch them in the goddamn face. Oh yeah, this was Kevin Hart and Snoop laughing at Keyshawn, laughing at his speech after he lost. I heard about this. Oh, I'm gonna make it short about. Thank you, brother. I heard about this. I couldn't find it because I didn't know where to look. They were laughing at him because he lost, but he's making some speech like he won something. This is the only sport where if you got a problem with somebody, you lace them up and you get it popping. But this has also become the sport where, depending on who the fighter is, if they have a crazy fan base, they will justify their fighters not fighting their contemporaries. And I'm just saying, Jackie, I know that you support Keyshawn. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about who they support. What I will say is this, though. This is the fight business. Do not be the type of supporter that'll justify your guy not fighting his contemporary. Don't do that. D free, salute. King Rick, salute. Don't be that guy. If you think Keyshawn wrecks everything, then let him get the wrecking. That's all I ever say about all these fighters. Oh, you think your man's this? Your man? Oh, great. Let's see it. That's all I say. Because you might be right. You might be right. But then when the fighters start saying, oh, well, there ain't enough money, and why I got to go over there, man? I'm the A side. I say, oh, hold on now. And that's why in that aspect, I appreciate Turkey. Because the money situation, anything that happens with him with money, fuck that. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. Get your bread. So the bread is done. Now what's your excuse? I never thought I'd hear someone say, well, I got all the money I wanted, but I didn't understand that there was only 10 people in the audience. A la Ryan Garcia. What? What are you talking about, bruh? These excuses are out of control. The International Quiet Storm, my brother. In that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, salute, Druth, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you and every father or father-to-be in my chat. Salute. Fathers, stand up. Black fathers especially. Coach Hudson in the building. Happy Father's Day. So, Jackie, you could root for Keyshawn. I personally don't fuck with him, but you could root for Keyshawn, but you got to make sure your man stands on business. Because what happens is when they don't stand on business, people are going to look at you and be like, yo, what's up with you supporting this? You know, you got to, what the fuck? God damn, that was weird. Hold on. I see you, J-Man. Hey, Ryan, you ain't got like but 5 people in the audience. You got paid 15 mil. What's your problem?
Who cares?
Ain't no problem. You wasn't juiced to the gills and you got your ass whooped. That's what happened. Anyway, Keyshawn Davis got an Andy Cruz problem. And you know what? You mess around, he might need that fight. Because he wore out his welcome. Time to move up. 5 pounds overweight. And he didn't even care. He's flexing on there. He really thought that, hey, man, Edwin need the bread. And I know there's some shit going on with Edwin's team and whatever. I need to do more research, and shout out to Blue Blood and shout out to Black Martial Arts Society. Brought some information to my attention. So I'm going to review it and talk about it. But Keyshawn, that was a black eye to the sport, and it really affected his brand. And this is the part where Keyshawn Davis fanatics have to hold themselves accountable, hold him accountable, because what he's doing is leaving y'all out there. If y'all support that melee, Cujo, salute. Yeah, if y'all support that melee that he got involved with, and let me park here for a minute. A lot of people saying, you know, his coach or somebody from his team said, we didn't start it. We went to the locker room, and people was like, maybe he was congratulating him. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I need you to understand something. How you behave, and this is Delano, salute. This leads into the topic tonight, the title of the show, boxing and demeanor. How you behave speaks volumes about how you're treated. Now, here's the crazy part. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. Here's the crazy part. They could be telling the truth. They could be telling the truth. They could have went in there and Albright's team, they said his brother jumped the gun and they escalated it and it spilled out into the hallway. They could be telling the truth, but let me ask y'all a question. Everything as you do it everything you do as an adult. And if you don't know, now you know because I'm telling you. Everything you do as an adult, you have to think it through like as if you're standing in front of a judge and being called defendant. And the judge say, explain yourself. Why'd you do what you did? It's literally your word against the plaintiff's word. Nobody knows. No cameras in the locker room. It happened so fast, no one got their phones out. What we did see was what ESPN showed us, and it looked crazy. But they said it started in the locker room, and they started it. Now, let me say this. Brother Reese, happy Father's Day. Salute. Let me say this. Need you to listen carefully. If it comes down to a judge making a decision, they don't know you, but do they not judge people in the courtroom based off of their past? Like, okay, you said your side, you said your side. Well, what kind of person is he? Prince, salute. Same to you. PJ, salute. Don't they question your character? You see what I mean? Once they go there, they factor in their decision based off of who you are as a person. So I just told you, what's messed up is that Keyshawn could be telling the truth. But if you go on his social media and see how he behaves and see his demeanor after he missed weight by 5 pounds, and he's walking around eating popcorn, and he's starting trouble online. Why was he beefing with Abdullah Mason when you know you can't make 135 anymore? What was all that about? What y'all might have thought that was cool to look at. It did sound cool, but then when I heard he missed weight by 5 pounds, I said, okay, well, that's not only messed up for De Los Santos, but why was he talking to Abdullah Mason like that when he knows he can't make the weight? So you were just talking. Yo, what the kids say? You're capping. So you FOS. You full of shit. See those little things? They factor that in. And a good lawyer will nitpick and pick up these things and say, look, he did this, he said this, and he did this on social media. They'll pull up the Fernando Vargas video, and the father could get it too. Davis boys versus the Vargas boys. Fathers, we don't need that. We don't even know what that is. That shows he's a loose cannon and speaks emotionally. So those little things, and then when Albright's team said we ain't do nothing, they came in there, headbutted us and shit, they were like, all right, I'm subject to believe. And then they look at, well, what kind of person is Albright? Minimum presence on social media. He don't have these meltdowns. He trains. In fact, Keyshawn beat him already. And now he's mad because he beat his brother, and this kid came in, and he had Allen Iverson and Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Vick, and he blew weight, thinking that De Los Santos was going to take the fight anyway. So he was already mad, and then his brother gets beat up, and then he goes in the locker room and behaves like every bit the thug that he points out to be. Now, if you're a judge, you got to factor in everything and make a decision. Plus, he started a fight, and his baby was in the damn carriage. That's Keyshawn Davis. And all of that, and they could be telling the truth when he says, yo, this shit started in the locker room. They started. We didn't see that. We know your track record as a person. We see your social media presence. We see you beefing with people online. We see your behavior. We also know that you've had some mental problems in the past. He said this. You might have been having a meltdown right there, seeing your brother. I mean, come on. You blew money. You done paid out your opponent. He didn't even have to get in the ring. And then your brother fucked around and lost. Of course you was upset. Of course you went in there and started. And Keyshawn could be telling the truth. You see how your demeanor shows who you are? You see what I mean? Who I am online is who I am in real life. Nobody can go to my channel if I end up in court and be like, well, he did it because look at what he said online. Okay. I said this shit in the street. What do you mean? You answer it. You answer it by your demeanor. You answer to it in some way, shape, or form. Keyshawn is a fabulous fucker. That's right. He paid Edwin all that bread. I don't know what the amount was, but he got paid just to show up because Keyshawn couldn't shave off 5 pounds and had no intention to do it. And I heard that he might get sued because of that. The intent. It was intentional. He didn't even try to make weight. So, Jackie, I mean to sound long-winded because I'm doing a show here, but you have to monitor who you support. I say this about Keyshawn. I said this about Floyd Mayweather. I said this about Tank. I said it about AJ. I don't support a fighter just because I like his hair or he's from my borough or I know him or know someone who knows him. No. You got to show me what kind of person you are. And right now, as it stands, Keyshawn is a horrible person. Did he apologize to his fans yet? Jackie, did he apologize to you? And I know you probably don't look for the apology because you're young. You don't see nothing wrong in his behavior. As a professional, if I bought money to go see that fight and I went to go see him, and then I found out not only did he's not injured, he missed weight by 5 pounds. I'm like, 5 pounds? What? He hasn't apologized. So, and then what did he say? What did his brothers say? Let me see if I can find it. And these are just things I need you to consider, Jackie. These are things I need you to consider. Let's see if I still have it. Where is it? Damn, I got so much stuff here. Damn. Where is it? Damn thing. I can't find it right now, but he said something to the effect of, "We'll be back and better, and we're doing it for our people, not y'all," meaning, his immediate camp, his family. In other words, he don't give a fuck about the fans. Now, I need you to let that sink in. That's very immature. They're not taking accountability. You don't miss 5 pounds without saying it. Who do you blame when you miss 5 pounds? That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fans say, "Yo, I want a refund," I heard they gave back like 2,000 seats. That hurts. They lost money, and then on top of that, you start a fight backstage that's caught on video. Your black ass got all those white folk looking at you strange because by default, you're a direct representation of your people. That's another thing that's a problem. They look at us. He never apologized. I don't know if he has a big enough fan base that won't hold him accountable, but who cares? I don't know what the deal is. They talk about suspending him. I don't know what that's about. I'm really not checking for him like that. He never apologized to his fans. It's like, yeah, I came in overweight and you had to get, I gave back 2,000 seats. So what? AI on his birthday, Michael Vick, Shaq. And you do that? And your brother got his ass beat? And you start a fight backstage? Trey Will, salute. And this how you treat your fans? And it's everybody else's fault but his? Demeanor, character, he has none. Zero, zilch, zip, nada. I don't trust him. So now Andy Cruz is calling his name. I don't give a fuck if Andy's 304 years old. He got to deal with that. I'm gonna tell you something else. You go in there and fuck around and lose to Andy Cruz, what happens? See, now with him, you got to be careful because now he can't make weight. Is his next fight at 135 or is he gonna go to 140? What is he doing? And I'm gonna tell you something else. He don't have privilege enough like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, what weight does he fight at, by the way? Is it 35, 38, 42, 30, 137? What weight does he fight at? Don't matter. Because what belt was he pursuing? Doesn't matter. Because people like to watch him fight, but he does need a dance partner because Duarte, no one cares. They only care when he's fighting a big name. Tank, Devin. Keyshawn don't have that privilege at all. Exactly, King Rick. He's 29. He looks it. I don't, he ain't hop on no goddamn raft and dodge sharks and turn up in Miami. Not that I know of. If he did, y'all let me know. Straight convo. Salute. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I gotta send a link to somebody. Okay. Joe, what up? Straight combo, what up? Yeah, so Keyshawn gotta do something. And is it time for him to change? That's up to him. That's up to him. But as of right now, I have no faith in him. So I fucks with Andy Cruz. He beat up, what's this dude's name? The Japanese dude, Hashimiro, whatever. That guy didn't belong in the ring with Cruz. Didn't belong in the ring with him. And he mopped the floor with him. Did a wonderful job. And if he's talking about Keyshawn, get the smoke. Get to the smoke. I'm with it. Get to the smoke. In fact, I think Keyshawn needs an Andy Cruz fight. There's no light work. He's been talking, right? The businessman, right? Hold on.
Hey,
Ray,
yo.
what's going on?
What's up? How are you guys?
How many belts is this now?
13 according to Nonito.
God damn. So talk to us, man. Take us through it.
It's been different here, 100%. I think that, I think we need to shed light on some of the trials and tribulations of going to other countries. We've warned people about different stuff that happened in Japan.
Yep.
We've never fought in Latin America, so apparently, it's a thing where they don't. Some opponents don't bring their own gloves.
Yep.
Okay, so that was the first thing. First of all, let me rewind it real quick. Nonito didn't know he was fighting until 4 weeks before the fight. So we had an opponent in late April. And that guy, we posted something of Nonito training, and that guy had, within 24 hours came down with an injury. Mm-hmm. So then they were looking for an opponent, and in that time, Antonio Vargas was elevated to champion status, and the interim was open.
All right, it's funny you explaining that because this dude Jackie just said an interim belt isn't a real belt unless I've been mistaken. So Jackie, I heard you. I hope you picked up what she just explained it as you typed it. She just explained it. What happened?
Yeah, an interim belt is still a world championship. It's because of the fact that the champion at the weight division is in recess. Now, whether or not he ever comes out of recess, is a whole different story, because then people, the division can't stop just because someone has an injury. I'm not saying that, he doesn't have a real injury or not, but if we continue to, every time there is an injury, because boxing is a physical sport, we stop the entire division. You stop everyone from moving just because it's no one else's fault that you got hurt. It might not also be your fault, but no one else should pay the price just because you're injured. So they're moving along the division. When the champion in recess, Satsumi, decides to come back, then it's going to be a very interesting conversation, because you have the regular and then you have the interim. Super is open. There's no super champion. I would like to see what would happen when Satsumi comes back. Can we challenge him for the super, considering we're the interim? We don't know. We're just playing everything day by day, taking every opportunity that we can. So there's that. When it comes to, like I said, so we didn't know who we were fighting. And about 3 weeks ago, everyone's like, well, we don't know who he's fighting. We don't know. Nonito's like teeter-tottering. He's like, babe, let me just eat, like, not like he wanted to, have his fun in eating. And I had him on a strict diet. And I told him, I remember it was a Lilo and Stitch premiere. And I was like, let's just wait. Just so happens we went to my friend's restaurant after. And we were sitting next to someone. He's like, hey, he's like, oh, you're a boxer? The owner tells me you're a boxer. He's like, yeah. He's like, I know a trainer. And that guy told us, he was like, Nonito FaceTime with him. He's all, I know who you're fighting. And I looked at Nonito and he looked at me. I was like, I fucking told you. I was like, they're not going to tell us till the last goddamn minute, because they want you to be at your worst.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, we heard that and I was like, all right, bet. Like, y'all. So, what I did is I posted a picture of 6 months ago when Nonito was smoking a cigar, eating pizza and shit like that. Like, y'all think that we weren't training.
Yep.
But Nonito still had to cut the weight. So we get here in Argentina. They're fucking amazing here in Argentina. The people here are super nice. They've been very accommodating. It wasn't Campos, it was his camp. So we went to the weigh-ins. I left Basil, who's my cutman, at the rules meeting and glove selection because Nonito wanted to leave. I was like, all right, I'm going to take him. You got this? He's like, yeah. He comes back and he's like, Rachel, I need to talk to you. I was like, what's going on? And he's all, they took our second pair. So in case you guys don't know, what happens is when you go to a fight, you bring whatever color gloves you're wearing, you bring 2 pairs. So if you're going to wear blue, you bring 2 blues or 2 blacks. And the reason for that is you open up both pairs and you select the best pair. Now that could be the left glove from the number 1 pair and the right glove from the second pair. And then you have that as a backup. So once you start hitting the mitts and you're like, actually, this doesn't feel good, I want to switch it out. That's why you have 2 pairs of the same color. Okay. He wanted our second pair. And apparently Basil was like, I didn't know what to do. They said they were going to cancel the fight. The promoter gave him gloves and he refused the gloves. He wanted our Everlast gloves.
What the fuck?
Yep. And they brought gloves and the gloves were used from another fight already. There was a computer signature. There was blood on them.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So
boxing, y'all.
So Basil tells us Nonito's eating. Nonito's like, I don't care. But Nonito's eating. He's not actually focused on what's going on, right? He's just eating. 2 hours later, I'm sitting in the room with Nonito and he's like, I was explaining to someone what was happening, and all of a sudden you hear Nonito from the other side of the room. He's like, fuck them. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And he's like, they're not taking my second pair. And so I was like, all right. I was like, okay, let me fix it. So I text everybody. I was like, nope, we need to do a re-glove selection, blah, blah, blah. So the next morning at 1 p.m., We're waiting downstairs in the lobby. Dude doesn't show up from the other camp until 2. Okay, I've been fucking waiting here. And so finally he shows up. I was like, Basil sitting across from him. So both of the guys that had met each other yesterday now they're sitting across from each other. And they're talking. He's like, you agreed to it. What's the problem? And Basil's like, my fighter doesn't want it. He's like, yeah, but what's the problem? You agreed to it yesterday, this, and that. After going back and forth, I'm just sitting there. And eventually when I get fed up, I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. He's like, I'm sorry, what? Who are you? And I was like, I'm the fucking head trainer and I'm the manager. I'm overriding my cutman. And he was like, well, I mean, I was like, listen, like y'all came, you didn't bring gloves? And he's like, no, we never bring gloves. I was like, you guys fought Sonny Edwards. Stop fucking around. I know you guys are not like this is your first world championship. This is your second. So don't play with me. I know Sonny didn't give you his second pair. And he looked at me and was like, well, what if we brought Everlast? And it was the same type of glove. I was like, then you brought Everlast. He's like, well, why can't we use yours? I was like, because I fucking paid for it. It's mine.
Exactly, duh.
And he was like, well, what if I pay you? I'm like, yeah, that's about $10,000 per glove at this point. He's like, it's not that much. And I was like, well, supply and demand. You don't have them, and I do. So eventually what happened is he did use his used gloves. Those rivals were used already. The ones he had in the ring.
Now, why would he do that?
We checked it. They weren't skinned. They weighed the same. So I was like, all right. I mean, besides the fucking blood that's on it and the commission signature from before. Apparently this is the thing that we didn't know in Latin America. And so we did that. He couldn't use our gloves. We had both Everlast in our corner and he had 2 rivals, which were used. And then we did, yeah, hi. And then we did wraps. And I guess they were dogging one of my corners because I sent one of my corners over there. And they're like, man, they were looking at me nasty. I was like, fuck them, whatever. Go through the fight. Everything happens the way it was. Nonito says he can't see. He comes over to the corner. He's like, am I good? And I was like, I think on the cards you were up. You should be fine. He's like, I can't see. I was like, okay. As this is going on, the reason why the scorecards were taking so long is their corner went behind the telecast. So imagine a corner going behind Tim Bradley, pressing for the replay. The telecast is not deciding.
What?
Yeah, they wanted to see the replay if there was a headbutt. So they were trying to press that. But there was other guys in the ring. And the other guys in the ring were 2 feet away from me because the head table is 2 feet away from the corner. And so there's a guy that was looking at me, he was pointing at me, he's like, it's a fucking punch, this. And I kept quiet because in my head, I'm like, if I get in the ring, because I'm just right outside the rope, I'm standing on the rope. He's in the ring. I'm thinking, I was like, if I go in and I get in his face, and then my whole team's going to come in to their whole team. And it's going to be a fucking all-out brawl. You know what I mean? That's why, so when Nonito won, I was like, people were like, why weren't you happy? I was like, I was happy, but I was really cognizant about who the fuck was around, who was giving me jabs. Because I'm like, fuck you people. Like, why are you yelling at me? Like, I was like, let's just go to scorecards. Like, let the scorecards tell the story. Like, I have no, control over that shit. Why are you yelling at me, getting in my face?
Well, dude was getting outclassed, and what he was doing in the fight, man, that shit was on purpose. Man. How many headbutts did you count? I counted 4.
Yeah, I counted 4 too.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was outgunned, man. He was outgunned, and I was just telling the audience earlier. I said, look, Nonito has a real basic understanding of the sport, and that kid was way out of his league. and there was nothing he could do
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
trump what Nonito was doing. Other
But
than
that's why they
dirty
were trying to
tactics.
push that. Yeah, that's why they were pushing that. They were pushing for a TKO based on the fact that Nonito couldn't see, and they were basing it off a punch. And so that's why they were pushing it so hard, because they knew that they were losing on the scorecards.
Yes.
And honestly, the reason why Nonito had no expression when the scorecards were read was because it was read in Spanish. So Nonito was like, I don't fuck, they're saying my name, they're saying Campos' name. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, you know? And I'm trying to tell Nonito the entire time, I'm like, babe, I'm like, look at me, I'm like, you won. And he can't see me. I'm gonna send you, hold on, I'm sending you right now the pictures of how bad Nonito's eyes. Like, because everyone's like, it's just a headbutt. No, it wasn't just
that shit was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
And that's the thing, is that they're like, it's from a punch. I'm like, if he landed the overhand, I'll give you that he landed the overhand, but that would have been to the left side of Nonito's face. I just sent it to you.
On the text?
Yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's bad. And that wasn't even a punch, man.
No, and that's what they were trying to argue, that he stopped it based on the punch. And I was like, how hard was your punch? You can upload it. You can, show the people so they see it.
Yeah. Salute the Nada 86 in that super chat. This is salute Drew. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you. Let me upload this so the people can see the shit. This is bad. Hell. Nah, because when he headbutted him, that shit bled immediately. I'm like, damn it. And of course, it's strategic. They were trying to go for, that was a punch. To go for the TKO, it was clearly a headbutt, man. Clearly.
Yeah, and that was the thing, right? Like, they were hoping on replay and all this other shit. Like, even if you play the blood, if you're like, even if you played the blood, like how the fuck did you hit him with an overhead right to the left side of his face, and then there's blood dripping from the right side of his face?
Right.
Like, you was that strong. But that's what they were trying to play, and I was just calm. That's why I said what I said on Instagram. I'm like, dude, like, if I popped off, okay, like, let's see how many of you guys, because we have an MMA fighter in our corner too, and I'll fucking go. Like, like, I was like, and then I was like, okay, if Nonito, and that's my thing, is Nonito's in the ring, and, everyone's all over the place. I'm watching Nonito. This guy's yelling at me. If I make a stink, Nonito's going to pop him from behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, chill.
So I just chill.
Salute the Freedom's March in that super chat. Much love, my brother. I got the picture. Thank you so much. Sugar Free Mars, salute, Queen. Look, y'all. That was a headbutt. If you watched it last night, that was a headbutt. I'm like, damn. Look, now look at this. That was a headbutt. Now, if they push for that, saying, hey, that was a punch, then they can go for the TKO. But if the replay, there was no getting around that, man. There was 4 headbutts the whole fight, and that's why his face looked like that. The dude was cheating. That wasn't no accident.
Yeah, I know. You texted me. I was like, man.
That was some bullshit, man. I was like, yo. Box Adventure, man. This shit is stupid.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, how you doing now?
Nonito's better today. So what we always do, it doesn't matter, like, even if you go back all the way to Montiel, Nonito always stays up 12 hours after his fight, just to make sure there's no swelling, there's no headache, there's no double vision. We don't take ibuprofen, we don't take Tylenol, nothing until after the 12 hours to make sure that we're watching for any, problem. He, got through 11 a.m. this morning completely fine. His eye was swelling a little bit, so as soon as 12 hours went up, then we gave him some anti-inflammatory. The swelling's going down. His eye is still watering a bit, but he's feeling much better. We're here until Tuesday. I always, listen, fighters, I know that the promoters want to push you out at the 6 a.m. fight on Sunday, but, take care of your health first. So We are not leaving until Tuesday. That was already scheduled beforehand anyway. And we're just allowing him the swelling to go down before we go on, a fucking 10-hour flight back to the States.
Damn. Damn. How the kids liking it down there?
Oh, they didn't come.
Oh, they didn't come?
No, I didn't. I couldn't make sure, with the political unrest of other countries and the protection that we have within the US, I couldn't risk it. Actually, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. They actually arrested the former president of Argentina and they shut down the highways because there was protests. And, I was looking back at it and I'm like, thank God my kids aren't here. There wasn't, we didn't get anything in Buenos Aires. Thank God. But, that's just an added thing that I have to worry about, bringing the kids. There was a movie that, there was a family that went, I think it was Thailand or something, or Vietnam, I can't remember. And there was a political unrest and his kids were in the hotel and they had to flee the country. Like, that's my worst case scenario. That's like my most horrible thing. You know where my kids are. If my kids aren't ringside, they're at the hotel. Well, you know where the fuck they are. Everyone knows where we are right now.
It's a lot of unrest worldwide, man. This is some bullshit going on, bro. I mean, if you don't have to, stay your ass where you live. If you don't have to, because I'm in New York and there's some places in Manhattan I don't want to go to right now. Just in case, like everything going on with ICE and everything else, it's just out of control out here. I don't like that.
No, Vegas, there's they pulled the protests from LA all the way to Vegas. There's a lot of arrests in Vegas though, because they're like, you can't disrupt the strip in Vegas. So there's a couple fires and shootings in Vegas that's been happening. So, yeah, for sure. But, at least in the U.S., it's somewhat, my whole family's in the U.S. We can go and run to another state. Within Buenos Aires, like, if something happened to the kids, who do I tell? They don't speak Spanish. And where do I tell them to go? So it was just an added pressure for me to have to deal with for the boys to be here. And I chose for them to just stay home.
It's a good move. It's a damn good move. So speaking of good moves, what's y'all next move?
You know what? It's funny. We talked about it before the fight, and me and Nonito agreed, like, aren't we just doing this for fun at this point? Like, aren't you already Hall of Fame? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We think that there's too much emphasis on not appreciating the moment that you're given and the win in the time that it is presented to you. Mm-hmm. We are very thankful for everybody for all the support that you guys have given us. And we also appreciate, every minute and second that Nonito has his health. So, in that being said, whatever opportunity, whenever it comes, because the landscape of boxing always changes, we'll take it in stride. But at this present moment, we're focusing on his recovery of his eye. And we're enjoying the fucking fact that we're in Buenos Aires, that this was, besides the fucking drama of the Chilean team, they've treated us amazingly. And we should just celebrate that he won. Because we forget that with boxers, like, it's just one more fight could end it, Yeah. So I think that's the message that Nonito wants to portray at the end of the day, is that you always have to just appreciate the moment, appreciate the conversations, because one day these conversations aren't going to come. Like, you're going to call me and I'm not talking about a world title anymore. It might be another fighter, but it might not be Nonito anymore. So we're just appreciative of where we are right now and just holding into the moment.
Man, that's great. That's great. It's great to do it because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like, Like, I actually sent out a tweet a couple days ago. I said, I'm watching. And nobody knew what I was saying. And I told Nonito, we were having lunch. And I was like, hey, I said this tweet without saying who. But I'm watching. We've been here fucking how many times? Nonito's lost 8 times, okay? The first one, whatever. Second one, all right. Third, fourth, 5, 6, 7. You know, even the Bali fight, like how many people counted us out? And I'm watching who the fuck was in our corner before and who the fuck is in, like, all of a sudden in our inboxes today, right? It's like, oh, we always believed in it. Like, bitch, no, you didn't. You didn't even say we were fighting.
Man, can't stand people like that. I swear to God, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're experienced enough in the game to just be like, nah, we don't have to give you a fucking interview. I don't. Why do I have to? I don't have to. But did you cover it before? Were you even telling people about it? Did you cover it live? Did you say what you thought? Did you at least tweet out that he's fighting? Nothing? No, but then now you a fan again? Like, you're fickle, and I'm sorry, I'm too old for this shit.
Exactly.
Nonito's not gonna say it. But you know me, I don't give a fuck. Like, you didn't support him then, don't DM. Please don't. Don't text me. If your number is not showing up in my phone anymore and it's just a blank number, you should stay that way.
Stay that way. What? Man, I know that too well, man. Let me take a moment to salute Victor, who I haven't seen since Tank got the grease knocked out his head.
Good night.
Salute, Victor. Good to see you. Yeah, man. But cats jump shit. That's cool. You can jump shit, but stay your ass over there.
Exactly. Yep. And that's one of the things that the youngins need to learn. Like, listen, like every day, like they're like, oh, no one's talking about me, and then they talk about you. And let's just say you have a mishap, and then no one's talking about you again, and then they're back in your corner. Like, you need to look at those people sideways. You know, we've been blessed to be able to have the career that Nonito has and the opportunities. That's not always going to be the case. But I mean, I look at Manny. Like, it sickens me that the fact that when he lost against Ugas and we had seen him so many times, there was no one around him. Now he's fighting again. That fucking hand is out. They're looking for that money that that the per diem he gives and the blessings from his own fucking purse to sustain other people. I'm like, y'all, where were you guys? To be honest, he was going for senator. Did you guys tweet? Did you guys support him? Did you guys say, like, hey, he's a great guy, you guys should support him? Did you post his campaign? No, you fucking didn't. Y'all waited for his downfall. But then now that he's fighting again, y'all are tagging along? Stop.
You know what, man? And let me talk to the men. Men, you know the women you really want to keep around? The chick that you met when you ain't had nothing. I mean, you had negative 13 cents in your bank account. You lived with your mama, and she was there the whole time. If you work hard on touch a mill and she around, don't. You better keep that woman right there. If she was with you when you was broke and stinking and your teeth were crooked, now you got your shit together, that's a keeper. BFTB, salute. That's a keeper. You underdig? Man, this is horrible. I remember Sergio Martinez said when he knocked out Paul Williams, his phone would not stop ringing.
Yep.
When he lost to Miguel Cotto, the only person that called him was his mother.
Yep.
I mean, that is some bullshit.
That's the game. Bullshit. That's the game, though, bro. That's the game, and it's the saddest game, and we're just too old to even play it anymore. We're like, I don't care. If you don't fucking report it, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. If you do or you don't, just don't ask me for a fucking interview later.
At all. Fuck
At
that.
all. And what are you gonna do? Be like, well, he's being an asshole. I'm not talking. Dude, like, everything that you guys have asked from Nonito, he has given.
That's right.
Hey, who are you going to fight next? Nonito's always taking that throne. He's always taking the mantle, and he's died on his shield if he had to. But the people who wanted him to die on that shield weren't there to make sure he was uplifted after. So I was watching. I was like, you can go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. I don't care.
You know what, man? And you see, this is what people don't understand. They really don't understand. This is a dangerous ass business, man. you got to be a special kind of person to choose to do this for a living. And when you get to where a Hall of Famer gets to, like Nonito, you know, I mean, I want everyone to understand, even in those wins, I'm sure at some point, maybe a fighter might not say this out loud. You would know, probably, I don't know, because I've never asked. But I've spoken to fighters and they told me some dark shit. Like, yo, I won, but I went home and felt like I was going to die type shit. You know, and it's not cool. It's not cool. So to do this, you have to be a special kind of person. And I respect fighters that do this. I really do. I do get annoyed when they make some certain choices, but this is a dangerous, dangerous sport. And when these fighters take time out to give me an interview, to talk to me when they see me in the street, you know, I really appreciate that. I really do. And the fact that I hear stories that, you know, oh man, I was close with this person and, you know, I ain't give him $5 one day and he just turned on me. He was on social media dragging me. And I ain't seen him in like 8 years and now he popping up. Now that I had a 2-fight win streak. Get the fuck out of here with that. These turncoats out here. This shit is crazy. Yeah. With all the babies on social media, it's disgusting, man.
Well, and let me talking about the babies on social media. Why the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just griping at this point. Why the fuck is Nonito, who is 42 years old, can make 118, and these young bucks can't fucking bite down and make the weight that they're supposed to?
Thank you.
The fuck, bro? You don't think that it was hard? It was hard. Wasn't easy. It was fucking hard as shit. You don't think that Nonito was mad a lot?
Now, I'm gonna guess. You could tell me if I'm off. But when Nonito ain't got shit to do, he's just walking around. He's a fighter. I'm sure he stays in shape. But
yes.
His walk around weight. Let me guess. Is his walk around weight on or close to 130?
Yeah. 135 if we're in like vacation and he's not training. But by the time he's in training, 12 weeks out, he's about 132. 6 rounds, he's walking at 128. And then it goes down as more rounds go because now we're putting more load. But yeah, he's only walks at, like, you never seen Nonito fat.
So the man made 118.
Yes.
All right, so I was just in here talking about Keyshawn Davis. What the fuck was his problem?
I wasn't trying to say names, but yes.
No, we can say his name because these YNs ain't got no filter, so fuck it. Now, if I paid money, right, and I'm going to tell you something, I almost did. I said Virginia's only 4 hours down I-95. I got time. If I bought a ticket and got down there and then found out that this YN ain't make weight, I'm pissed off. 5 pounds, man? How unprofessional is that? And then you want to go start a fight for ESPN. You did have a fight, but it was backstage because your brother got his ass kicked. So we talk about professionalism, all right? Your demeanor. You see, Nonito is the epitome of a professional. He's for OSDT. They showed y'all what a VADA test looks like. All of these things he's done, he's paid the price. These fighters, when they go into camp, they're paying the price. See, you guys, and I'm not talking about you guys necessarily in the chat, when a fighter says, oh, he missed weight by 3 pounds, by 5 pounds, they say, oh, it's only 3 pounds. No, it's not. That means he didn't drain himself like his opponent did. He didn't pay the price. That's what we did about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was about 175 pounds when he fought Devin the next day. That's what I'm saying. 3 pounds turns into 20 pounds the next day. I'm telling you that Keyshawn Davis, it was 5 pounds. It was supposed to be at 135, 5 pounds. The next day, he was going to be like 155. And he was going to kill De La Santa. That was attempted murder, y'all. Do y'all understand when I say things like that? When these guys pop dirty on a substance that's on the ban list and all you can say is, oh, it was only 1 billionth of a gram. No, the fuck it's not. That's what they caught. But what was in there was more than that. But they caught it, and thank God they caught that much. Oh, that car's broken down. There was a billionth of a gram left. Well, that means it was a full tank at some point. You guys are like ridiculous. Watch this, Rachel. How do you inject, and why would you inject a billionth of a gram of ostarine in your system? How do you even measure that?
You don't. It's a washout. It's a complete washout. It's like when you rehydrate to make sure that you're flushing out all the imperfections and impurities. That's what you do. And so, like I said, and I wanted someone to do this. I couldn't get anyone to do it before. But when we talk about a billionth of a gram, well, a trillionth of a gram was found in the supplements. Okay. So how many, like if we talk about a trillionth of a gram, how many grams of this shit did he need to take to pop for a billionth of a gram?
That's what I'm saying.
Including digestion. Like, okay, so if there was a trillionth in there, how many trillions did he need to take to hit for a billion? Like, what are you, like, it's fucking math and science.
But see, there you go talking logic.
Yeah.
Logical. None. There's a lot of these fanatics are not logical. They just hate a certain fighter. Guys are assholes.
Well, I think I think it's a combination of hate is one. But I also do think that it's hypocritical because your fighter could do everything possible. And they're just going to find something to make sure that you have an excuse, okay? So I've seen some stuff on Instagram. I've seen some stuff on Twitter. And they're like, yeah, well, Nonito should retire, blah, 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 blah. And Nonito never made the excuse that he was out for 2 years. But Ryan Garcia can fucking say that he had a layoff, which wasn't a layoff. He was suspended. Where Nonito has been trying to get a fight, and all these people that keep saying Nonito's old don't want to take a fight with him.
Wow, that sounds awfully familiar. He's old and washed, but nobody want to fight him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Makes sense, right? Does that make sense?
Oh. There seems to be an ongoing theme here. If the dog is old, get in the ring and put him down. Yep. Nobody will do that.
Nope.
Amazing.
Nope.
Yeah, that seems to be the ongoing theme. Well, thank you for pulling up on me, Queen Rach. I appreciate it. Of course.
We're going to go out and, explore the town. It's weird here because Sundays, things are closed. It's a very Catholic place.
Yeah. I know what you're looking for. No drinking. It's Sunday. Relax.
No, I'm looking for a drink. Shut up. I'm already looking for a drink.
And you tell my birthday, brother, get well, and we'll see you in Vegas.
100%. 100%. Love you. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thanks you always for being family and not a fan.
Absolutely. We love you too, man. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Later. That was the Queen, Rachel Donaire, and salute to my brother, Nonito. Me and him share the same birthday. Now, I know I saw your comment, Jackie. We're going to get to Africa because I done cooked on, bottom line, in closing, we need Keyshawn versus Andy Cruz should be next because there's no light work at this point. He's been talking way too much. And so is Andy. And the only way to solve it, they need to get in the ring. Andy got 4 up on him. And if it's just an amateur thing, cool. Let's see it. So now let's get to the main event. Africa. Well, you know what? I don't call him Africa anymore. It's Richardson Apartheid Hitchens. Because I'm done. I'm tired of you monkeys. All right, we talking about Africa. Okay, let's talk about apartheid. I'm sick of y'all's ass.
In the 140-pound division, a couple of the title holders that are out there right now. Teofimo Lopez here, watching this fight from ringside. What do you want to do next?
I want the big fights. After my last fight, I called Teofimo out right away. Obviously he got other plans, so I don't know what's next. But I'm looking here at the camera. Devin Haney, fuck you, Nick. Let's fight. Devin Haney next. Devin Haney and Bill Haney. New York, stand up, baby. We here, baby. Shout out to everybody that came out to the fights. Everybody that bought the fights. Me and Teofimo next. I got rid of the job he couldn't get done.
Yeah, go on!
You know, I've been producing, about the time of salute, I've been producing a new monkey video, and every time I think it's almost done, one of these YNs do something different. Now I got to add you. Now I didn't know. When I went live at the Fatal Fury Presser about 3 months ago, do y'all remember watching that live? My audio was fucked up. But Apartheid was barking on Teofimo Lopez on stage, calling him all kinds of racist and stuff. And I actually went up to him, and I didn't know my audio was fucked up. But if y'all remember, this was me going up to him to give him props. That's me, that's him, this little motherfucker right there. Well, he little to me. I dap it up with him. I tell him pretty much, keep your foot on his throat. Don't let me get away with that. Whatever monkey wants a banana. Him and his man was screaming on Teofimo. Everyone's looking like, yeah. Good. Yep. I said, stay on this bumper. He a pussy.
I am down. Yes, sir.
That was Najee right there. If y'all remember that. Now, I didn't know my mic was that bad. But that's what happened. I don't trust these niggas. He was just over there screaming, yo, what's up with that racist shit? This banana shit. And Tio was on stage. He said a banana joke right there. Now, how the hell we go from that to last night? And then when I say I got trust issues there, Drew, what you talking about? Exhibit A, B, C, D. I don't trust you dudes. It's like every month is something new. Why are you hugged up with Teofimo? For what? For what? What? That clown never apologized for nothing. He didn't say sorry for the bananas. He didn't say sorry. But I got more smoke for them later. Let's talk about the fight. Oh, let's talk about the fight. He dominated George. Now here comes the truth. And y'all can take it at discredit if you want to. Don't care. But stop me when I'm lying. Did he dominate George Kambosos? Yes. Was there any part of that fight that George won? Maybe one round. Was he ever in trouble? No. Did he stop George? Yes. Was it a dominating performance? Yes. Apartheid fans, y'all feel good so far? Okay, now, ready? What weight was it at? 140? Are you sure? How much do you think Apartheid weighed last night? So I'm going to tell you what happened. He had to weigh in 3 times. Missed weight 2 times. 3rd time's a charm, he made it. What does that tell you? That tells you his ass is too big, right? So on fight night, to me, did you see the size difference between him and George? Is anybody gonna say Apartheid was a weight bully?
Whoa! What the
Probably not. Things like that are reserved for others. We had a problem making 140. So no one's gonna call Apartheid a weight bully, just like no one's gonna call Keyshawn Davis a weight bully. I haven't seen it yet. He tried to cheat De Los Santos. You know he tried to cheat him, right? No one called him a weight bully. This motherfucker had to weigh in 3 times. What's with you YNs not making weight? Nonito's 42 years old. Walks around at 130, 135 and made 118. What's wrong with y'all? So now, he gets in there and he looks super bigger than George Kambosos. He did. He did. He looks super bigger than him. If y'all understand boxing and y'all saw that shit yo, when they went to the stare down, I said, yo, you know what it looked like? If those were kids, that looked like a 16-year-old about to throw hands with a 12-year-old. You peep what I just said? When you're 12, you're just getting into puberty. A 16-year-old now got facial hair. There's a difference. There's a big difference. And I'm looking like, yo, wow. Where's the lie? Oh, you don't know because you don't know how much he weighed. I bet you he was at least, and I'm going to be nice, I bet you he was at least 155 on fight night. And I'm being nice by saying that. But okay, I can't prove it. Neither can you. But there was a substantial size difference. And it took him 3 times to make the weight the day before. But whatever. So let's go here. Is George Kambosos not Devin Haney's leftovers?
Whoa!
Go! Is George Kambosos not Devin Haney's leftovers?
Whoa!
Go! Is George Kambosos not Vasily Lomachenko's leftovers?
Whoa! What?
Go! And Devin Haney was draining himself to make 135 that whole time. How many times did Devin Haney miss weight?
Whoa!
Go! How many times we heard about Devin Haney having he missed weight and then had to get back on several times? How many times we heard that? If he did, y'all let me know. Educate me, because I don't recall. Did it happen once, twice? Educate me, because I don't know. I'm assuming it never happened, because if it did, y'all done let me know about it by now. Because every time I say, yo, Shakur missed weight. Yo, Tank missed weight. Keyshawn missed weight. Now it took apartheid 3 times to make weight, and that's at 140. Are you YNs unprofessional? That's what it sounds like. Boxing and demeanor. That's the title of the show. Y'all not making weight. Nonito's 42 years old enough to be y'all niggas' fathers. He makes weight. The least you can do is be professional. Y'all can't do that. Y'all too busy literally. Didn't Keyshawn tell Andre Ward, and shout out to Champ Side because I saw it and I just didn't care to talk about it. Didn't Keyshawn tell Andre Ward that when he got caught with the weed, that wasn't the first time he smoked weed, that was just the first time he got caught? I'm talking about smoking before a fight. Didn't he tell Andre Ward that? Demeanor. This kid been unprofessional. And right now, Sunday, June 15th, 2025, it's a whole week and some change later, he has not apologized to his fan base for not making weight. He has not apologized to Edwin De Los Santos' team. What is his demeanor? So what I'm letting y'all know is that there's a track record of these YNs being unprofessional. You see, y'all call yourselves YNs? Y'all did that. So I'm gonna hold you to that. You dominate a fighter that was washed up. That's what you said, because when Devin beat up on Vasily Lomachenko, you know what y'all tried to say? Teofimo did it first. No, he didn't. Because Loma started fighting at the second half of the fight. Teofimo got away with one. Nobody beat Loma's ass like Devin did. Ask his ribs. I know y'all don't like that. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Devin's a weight bully. Fine, he went to 140. Beat up on Regis Prograis. What does Regis Prograis say? He's a weight bully. Where do you want him to go? He's making the weight on fight at the weigh-in. What are y'all crying for? I ain't got no problem with apartheid calling out Devin Haney. That's not what this is. Talk your shit. You know why? Because you're on the list. Here's my problem, apartheid. Here's my problem. Especially me. Because I dapped you up for calling out Teofimo's racist rants. Now I know you FOS. That's an acronym full of ish. Because the second you got a minute, you're doing a selfie with him and you jokingly call him out. And Teofimo, the punani he is, I don't know, he asked the audience who don't really fuck with him, what do you guys want? They were like, sneaky suspicion, even if y'all dudes have this fight at the Barclays, I'm not a numbers guy, but is that pay-per-view worthy? Is that DAZN worthy? Can you sell out the Barclays? There's a reason why when Tio was supporting a card by himself, it was only at the theater. Because he don't move the needle enough like Tank or Devin to sell out the Barclays. Where's the lie? Because he ain't been there yet. And he's quote-unquote from Brooklyn. There should have been a demand for him to be in Brooklyn. That's why he's mad at the monkeys who eat bananas. That's why he's mad. But apartheid takes a selfie with him, calls him out, joking with him, smiling with him, hugged up with him. But when it came to you talking about Bill and Dev, it was F y'all ninjas. But I heard what you said. And this is why people say, oh man, he called him out. Okay, y'all want to go with that? Fine. Because I read a lot of the stuff on Instagram. Oh, Devin's going to sue. You better be careful because you don't said his name and Devin's going to sue. Y'all like living it down off those jokes? Let me tell you how you're going to die. Devin put out a list. Let me tell you what's happened with that list since he's put it out. Nothing. Nothing. Boots is taking his ass to 154. Am I lying? Am I saying he's ducking Devin? No, I'm just saying he's going to 154. Because according to Eddie Hearn said, well, he can't make that. In my opinion, and I'll talk about this later, I think Eddie Hearn's lining Boots up to a fight, Conor Benn and Wembley in the lose over there. But that's something else. He's lining Boots up. But nobody said anything. The only person who I feel might say something is Brian Norman Jr. after he takes care of business in Japan. He'll say, all right, me and Devin, we're going to get it popping. All these other dudes, they ain't got nothing lined up. He already ducked $11 million. He was on the list. That fight was almost signed, sealed, delivered. He said no. Apartheid said, I don't know what Tio got lined up. Yeah, exactly. You know why? Where's he going to make $11 million? He ain't going to make $11 million fucking with you. But you know what, Apartheid? I don't know if Turkey sees $11 million in you, but you can ask because you're on the list. You're on the list. We can get it at 147. Let me explain something to you. You already can't make 140. You've shown that. Eat some food. Weigh in at 47. Rehydrate to wherever you want to go. And this was when he heard you had a problem on the scales. So it's Father's Day. Did he respond? Did I miss it? I'm not on Twitter. I get this from other people. Did he respond? I ain't got no problem with you calling out Devin. You're supposed to. And you're on the list, buddy. But you can't check this out. You could campaign at 140. But Devin said you can get the smoke at 147. Look, go get your bread, Apartheid. Go get your bread. You can always come back to 140. I mean, you and Teofimo, y'all got beef allegedly. And ain't there a belt between y'all? Y'all can't seal that deal because you said Tio don't know what he's doing? Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. He got time to deal with you, but told the world that he's getting his mental correct. He just said that last week. And you showing up at the fight and got in the ring for what? I thought you wasn't correct mentally. You see, these kids are full of shit. Demeanor. All you gotta do is let them talk. Let them talk. Paper Route says Devin shouldn't give him any money. Here's the thing, Paper Route. It's not his money. It's Turkey's bread. You know, with the 18x18 ring, I'll talk about that shit tomorrow. Y'all have everything. All the excuses are removed. Apartheid. To your female, Tank, you're getting a smaller ring now. Y'all signing petitions for no running, yet Turkey heard you. It's a smaller ring now. So money's not an excuse. Ring's not an excuse. What else? What else you can think of? And I'm going to tell you something else. Because I'm looking at the list. A lot of people on that list ain't got shit lined up. Bill's phone hasn't rung. Devin's phone hasn't rung. No one has hit up Turkey and said, yo, I got next. Nobody. The only person that got something to do is Brian Norman. Boots left and went to 154. Please, enlighten me. Has anybody else? Did I miss it? Educate me. Did I miss it? So now you got a smaller ring. What's the problem now? We're talking about the ring. Did you hear Devin say anything about the ring? Did you hear Bud say anything about the ring? They started VADA testing Bud already. Did you see that? Question, when did Bud pop dirty? My boy earlier was saying, oh yeah, because of the Victor Conti shit. No. How many snack athletes pop dirty using a snack product? That's the question. Not whether the snack athlete popped dirty, but the snack athlete that popped dirty because of the snack product. Go. Give me a list of names. Give me one. There is an athlete on that was with snack that popped dirty, but it had nothing to do with the products they were using. They were using some other shit. So try again. All the excuses are gone. Are they testing Canelo? I don't know. Bud ain't complaining. He's clean. Oh, okay. Everybody's clean until they pop dirty. But who did pop dirty? Canelo, right? But then when I start talking about this race thing, all of a sudden y'all look at me strange. Oh, it ain't gotta be like that. Yeah, okay. History proves me correct. Let me ask you a question. What's worse? What Ryan Garcia did or what Keyshawn did? Keyshawn didn't pop for Osterine and make it to the ring and fuck somebody up and then pop later while making millions of dollars. Keyshawn has a no contest for smoking marijuana and then told Andre Ward, that's just the first time I got caught. Go look at it. I was listening to it like, yo, and I didn't even bother. And then the brother Champside said it. I said, you see, but see, sometimes it don't even make sense. Because I know you YNs don't care. Now, did Showbiz point that out about Keyshawn? Yo, the man said he was smoking weed and that was the first time he got caught. That's showing you he has no discipline. Demeanor. And then he fuck around and not make weight. And I'm supposed to feel bad for him? If I spent substantial money to sit in the front row, hey, there goes Michael Vick. Hey, there goes Allen Iverson. Hey, look at Shaq's big ass. What do you mean the main event's out? What happened? He missed weight? Oh, man. 5 pounds? He didn't even try. Does he care about his supporters? Especially since he hasn't taken accountability. He's walking around the front row eating popcorn. Oh, I don't give a fuck. People came to see me. You don't respect my dollar that I'm spending to make you a millionaire. You see, you gotta understand, y'all. When you support these fighters, do you not support their success? When I went to go see Errol versus Bud in Vegas, I bought the pay-per-view for 3 homes. Got on a plane, booked the room. Well, we had a timeshare. Me and 4 of my boys, we shared a timeshare in walking distance of the event. Bought my own ticket because I want Bud and Errol, being that they're in the business that they're in, I want them to make as much money as they can. We still don't know what kind of shape Errol's in because Bud probably beat him worse than the car accident did. We don't know because we haven't seen him yet. And I'm being serious. And if that is indeed his last fight, I hope I contributed to the millions of dollars so he ain't got to worry about feeding his family. That's how I view this. The least I can ask for is for the fighters that I support is to be clean, train hard, and respect my dollar because I'm a working man. And thank God for social media because I can tell you what I think about you. And my thoughts and my opinions are based off of what you do. Now I'm looking at Keyshawn and I'm disappointed. I ignored 3 things that he's done prior to this. I said, oh, he said that? Okay, I'm gonna ignore that. Oh, he said that? I made mention of it? I'm gonna ignore that. Oh, that shit with Ryan Garcia? Him and Shakur and Ryan? Oh, boy. I'm gonna ignore that. No, I didn't ignore it. I took it and I put it in the chamber. Now that melee, he didn't even bother to make weight. Then he goes trying to jump Albright, him and his family. I'm supposed to ignore that? Get out of here, bro. That's it. I'm done with the kid because he doesn't give a fuck about you. And it said so in that tweet. We doing this for us, not our people. What the fuck you mean? Or the people that wanted their money back because your ass couldn't make weight? Have you apologized yet? No. All of these kids are doing it. And now you got apartheid, because I refuse to call them Africa. Richardson apartheid Haitians taking a selfie with Teofimo. Instead of saying, nah, we gonna fight next. He said, no, I want it next. Oh, y'all cool now. You was just at the Fatal Fury at the Palladium, and you was talking your shit, and I went up in there and dapped you up, man, because you was standing on business. And I said, thank you. To this last night, but I know you YNs, and you old niggas with a YN thought process. The enemy of my enemy. Y'all are not on code for nothing. That's why I don't fuck with niggas like that. That's why I don't fuck with Keyshawn. That's why I don't fuck with Tank. Because all of you are out your goddamn mind. You have zero connection to your community and your ancestors. Motherfuck all of you. Then I look at Devin. Let's see. Youngest undisputed champion. Draining himself to make 135 all these years. Never missed weight. Wanted all the smoke. 135, all those belts moving around. And your favorite fighter didn't step in and say, hey, I'm taking all of it. He didn't do anything. He said, I'm going to fight Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia and make millions of dollars, and I don't care about no belts because belts just collect dust. Meanwhile, George Kambosos is doing the work. Lomachenko trying to do the work. Devin Haney cleaned up all the work. And Melo Yellow standing there taking your money. And on the way out, now he has to rematch a guy he was supposed to mollywop. And then he's still going to give you Jake Paul. And that's your face of boxing. Get out of my face. You take mediocrity and say it's excellent. That's why you're not qualified to talk to me about this sport. You're disgusting. And I know that. And you're uneducated. I know that. I had that kid come up here and say, plead your case. You're defending Tank, and then when I close all the doors on you, you say, well, I don't really, I'm not a Tank fan like that, so why are you talking to me? Oh, you just wanted to talk to me. Why did you want to talk to me? There it is.
I'm gay. Gay, like super gay. Like one down here, one here, one here, one here gay. I thought you knew that.
What are you, a homo?
So I already know what time it is. I support the fighters that are doing things. Nonito Donaire is 42 years old, walks around at 135. Never had a problem making weight. Meanwhile, you got you YNs in your 20s missing weight by 5 pounds, making up conspiracy theories about why you can't fight your contemporaries. And I'm looking at your goddamn resume, and I'm like, why are these people celebrating this guy? I mean, seriously. Seriously. I look at Errol Spencer's record, I'm like, man, this dude's cleaning shit up. I look at Devin, I said, this dude cleans shit up. I look at Deontay, I'm like, man, he was cleaning shit up. But who was getting celebrated? These pretty niggas. I literally watched BFTB's live. Some nigga on there said, nah, these niggas, you know, he said something about these pretty niggas. Basically, he was saying if you ugly, you got to do all the work. And I typed in the chat, I said, BF, you got to take this little part and make it a short. Because I'm using it. I got to go to, I think it might have been Friday or Thursday's live stream. It was the most homosexual thing I've ever heard.
You're gonna love my nuts.
It was bonkers. I was like, what? Did I just hear that? Yeah. You goons are not qualified to talk boxing with me. If this was the 70s, y'all would be in the disco. Dancing to this dude named Sylvester. You make me feel body real. You make me feel. Looking ass. You're disgusting. This dude really said that. And he wasn't playing. Chameleon. Looking ass niggas. Boy George looking ass niggas. Prince with the ass out looking ass niggas. Speaking of niggas, Richardson Apartheid started up there and N-bomb crazy. And the whole world heard it. F you ninjas, F you Bill, F you ninjas, Devin next. We said, after you done embarrassed yourself and said it right next to the motherfucker that said whichever monkey wants the goddamn bananas, and then smiled and took a selfie with him and said, oh, yo, we're next. You knew. You just said, I don't know what he's doing next. But you put your arm around him and said, oh, I don't know what he's doing next. You knew that already. So you brought him in there to hug and kiss him. Well, not kiss him, but you put your arm around him. These motherfuckers sat up there and sang Ebony and Ivory. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony. Side by side with my piano, keyboard. Oh, Lord, why don't we? You motherfuckers. You make me sick. So this dude gets love. And it's F you to Bill and Dev, who is the gateway to you getting a paycheck that you really don't deserve yet. You know who to call, and it ain't Ghostbusters, you idiot. So you done said it, because you want a list. It's Sunday. Tomorrow, somebody, I ain't talking about this bullshit on Twitter. You know who to call if you serious. Because I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. Everyone's going to say, well, Devin ain't say nothing. Devin ain't say nothing. Devin going to sue. Devin ain't say nothing. Look, I just told you that this nigga's on the list. Devin already said something. Now you done said something, and the world is echoing it. All the Haney haters, they busting their pants and all kinds of weird shit. Now that you said it, the next thing I should see on Twitter, a screenshot of you, I sent them a offer, or I contact Turkey, or Turkey, what's up? And we can get it popping, because I want the fight. Do you want it? Or are you pump faking? I don't trust these niggas. I heard Tim Bradley already reneged on what he said. I didn't see it yet, but I was listening to the General this morning. I heard Tim Bradley backed off. That's true? I think I heard the General, because I was moving around. Did the General say that? He was double talking, triple talking. Oh, nah, I'm just trying to reach out. I'm just trying to help. No, nigga. You said ain't nobody scared of Devin, and you made reference to coming out of retirement and giving him some work. Bill said on Drew Titan's show, he said this. Breaking news, nigga. We got money for him. And now you just reaching out trying to give advice? Okay, it's a duck. They say everything but what? Fight. I don't trust you niggas. You niggas is turncoats. And I'm watching y'all like this, with one eye open like, And most of you, I'm doing that to the day you retire because I don't trust you. I trust the fighters that are out here getting it done. So if Andy Cruz wants that Keyshawn Davis smoke, guess what, Keyshawn? He'll actually be doing your dumb ass a favor. Because realistically, nobody should want to deal with you after that stunt you pull. As a matter of fact, if I'm in a place where I could foot the bill for you fighting, you know what I'm going to say? You know what? I want you to show up. But you know what? Neither one of your brothers are allowed to come to the arena because I can't have a melee happening like you had. As a matter of fact, your entourage, outside of your corner, I'm allowing you 2 people that are not related to you. So it's your corner man, your cut man, your trainer, and your mama, and 2 other people, not your brothers. Because I can't trust you. You ain't gonna tear up my arena. No nigga nonsense. Triple N. You just heard it, I just made it up. No nigga nonsense. Put Triple N in the chat, y'all. No nigga nonsense. Triple N in the chat right now. I'm putting it on the shirt. No nigga nonsense. That's the only way I would work with Keyshawn. Your corner, your mama, and 2 other people not related to you. No nigga nonsense. And your next fight should be against this man right here. Because he whooped your ass in the Olympics. You out here, you got Snoop and company clowning you like you won something. This dude beat your ass. And you talking. So if you don't get suspended for a year, this is your opponent. No nigga nonsense. Apartheid Hitchinson. Your next fight needs to be Devin Haney. Everyone wants to call that a call out? Fine, I'll take it. He's on the list. All of that shit you said is irrelevant if you don't contact him. Is that fair? You N-bombed in front of that white man. The whole world heard you. The whole world heard you, man. So cool, stand on it. Your next fight, you should be in negotiations with DHP like this week. Don't want to hear it. If you don't do that, you're a duck. Because you said his name. You was on the list. And I don't want to hear none of you niggas talking about, oh, man, you know, Devin ain't respond. No, he put out a list. It's up for all of those cats on the list. When they're done doing what they're doing, on their mini retirement, or their fights that they have lined up, when they're done, reach out to Devin if you're on that list. Apartheid Hitchens, you're on that list. You said next, I want to see what you're going to do because I want to see it. And don't talk to me about, oh, 147 is too big, catch weight. Motherfucker, you had a problem making 140. And no one's calling you a weight bully. You were super bigger than George Kambosos. You want to talk about, oh, well, I did what they couldn't do. You're fighting Devin and Lomachenko's leftovers, man. Pipe down, bruh. You did what you were supposed to do. I said you shouldn't fuck around and lose to this guy, especially on home court. So here we get, once again, we got a YN talking about F you, nigga. F Bill. F Devin. Next, New York stand up. Okay. Okay. Devin and Apartheid Hitchens, Barclays. Let's get it. It's on you. And invite your girlfriend, your side bitch, Tiafimo. May as well. This is disgusting, man. I could have did without that. You could have said what you said about Bill and Dev and been just fine. That shit with T.O.? No. 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 Absolutely not. How many names on that list? Is anyone saying is anyone saying Boots is ducking death? Because Boots is on the list. Nah, y'all are all right. Y'all are saying that he's ducking Brian Norman. But Brian Norman's on the list. But I trust the Normans to take care of business in Japan and spin the block and say, oh, what's up? because I believe they're like that. And I think Brian Norman's the most dangerous person on that list. But Devin's like that, and Brian's like that, and may the best man win. You see how easy that is? It's boxing. It's going to be a winner. It's going to be a loser. It's boxing. What I don't respect is all this trash talking. And then after 8th period, go outside and look for the smoke, and this nigga's halfway to the bus stop, running. It's like, nigga, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Huh? You see, you niggas, y'all got an unconditional love affair for these fighters. Oh, he from my block. Oh, he looked like my brother. Oh, he looked like this, and oh, I like his hair and his braids, and he wears chrome hearts. I don't care about any of that. The day I root for an athlete because of how he dresses is the day my wives leave me. They were like, ew, nigga, because he wears chrome hearts? You support this? Okay, well, what? What else does he do? Let me get this straight. You like him because of his hair? Listen to what I said. You YNs watching. You like him because of his hair? You like him because he wears chrome hearts? Wait a minute. If you got a pair of chrome hearts, what's the difference between you rocking it and him rocking it? You sound like a groupie. When you think of groupie, you think of women, don't you? But that makes sense. Women are emotional. I'm not lying. Do men pass out at the Michael Jackson concert back in the day? No, it's women. Women pass out at shows. Name a show. I don't give a damn if it's Janet Jackson in her prime. Matter of fact, there's a video. I remember when Janet Jackson went on the Red Velvet tour. The dude, the light-skinned black dude with the curly hair, when she came up to New Jersey, and he was on she had him chained up or whatever, and she gave him a lap dance, and he went down on the stage. I know him. I know him personally. He said, I didn't even know I was gonna get picked. He was on there, he ain't pass out. What grown man goes to a concert with a sexy chick and pass out? Oh. You YNs are talking about braided hair. Look. You don't like Andy Cruz braided hair? Or he's not your type? He's too dark? He don't speak English? That's a good braided cut, right? Is it not? What? I'm sure he can afford chrome hearts. And he whooped homie's ass last night. That wasn't exciting? Because we all like to be excited now, right? Devin's boring. That was a pretty good event last night, right? So what? There's no Andy Cruz, chrome hearts, and I love his hair. Anwar Willis in that super chat, much love. He said, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I'm out, LDBC. Salute to you, good brother. Much love. Thank you. ATX, salute. I don't understand. Tattoos. Y'all niggas talking about tattoos and gear and braids in your hair. You guys sound like women. You know what I like? A fighter that comes in the game and says, I want all the smoke. There was an Australian dude, I think he was like Tongan or whatever, heavyweight. He had long braids. He's light-skinned. He's right up y'all niggas' alley. He caught a knockout, first round. I said, okay, I'm going to keep my eye on him. I didn't see enough to say he's the next big thing, but he's an Olympian. Yo, what was his name? It began with a T or something. But he caught a knockout. I said, good job. I'll keep my eye out on him. I forget his name. Y'all don't like that? He's red bone. Long hair. He got that good hair and the cornrows. You don't like him? He ain't got enough tats?
What are you, a homo?
I'm trying to talk boxing, and y'all talking about braided hair and chrome hearts.
What are you, a homo?
You guys are filthy animals and you're disgusting. All of you clowns running around talking about, oh, Devin's gonna sue you. You know what I asked him? What's the lawsuit about? You know what they say? I don't care what it's about. You don't sue in boxing. There's no lawsuits in boxing? You ain't answer the question. That was Quentin Jackson. That's the response to me. You don't sue in boxing. I said, you fucking stupid ass. What was the lawsuit about? Do you even know? Because I was gonna send it to him. I have it. Read this. I'm sorry. Wanderlei Silva with a steroid shin done need you in the face in Japan several times because he was juiced to the gills, knocked you out twice. So you probably can't read. But I know. Another grown adolescent. You know why they called him Rampage? This is what he said. Because when he would get disciplined as a kid, he started tearing up his room. He'd go on a little rampage. Now, if that name from when you was a child follows you into an adult, we need to make some changes. Old YN. Nigga also say, yeah, man, I love Ryan Garcia. Never root against him. That's what he said. And in peace, I said, yo, brother, you okay? Oh, if you heard me say that, you should know that I didn't know that he said that. Nigga, I don't know that. Because there's enough niggas around here that don't care that he said that. Black motherfuckers. You don't care. So you saying you're not like that? Why are you on Twitter saying, whoa, I didn't know that he said that? I don't fuck with him. He didn't do that. I don't care. You don't sue in boxing. You don't sue in fight sports. Nigga, you should have sued. Because you was fighting in pride. They didn't do proper drug testing. So every time you lost, guess what probably was the case? Dummy. Off code. Triple N. No nigga nonsense. Oh, you don't sue in boxing. Get it back in blood. Okay. Devin said, I want the rematch. Who said no? Ryan said no. And then everything turned into shit. Props dirty. Oh, it wasn't enough. I can't unsee the left hook. Okay. Breach your contract, stupid. Did you read it? No. BF did a whole live on it. Bill sent me it. And I'm reading like, first of all, you can't sue anyone for beating you in a boxing match. You can sue them or put events surrounding it. Case in point. No suing in boxing. Ask Victor Ortiz what happened between him and Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather two-pieced him and people hated that. The way he two-pieced him and won. But he sued him for the headbutt and won. No suing in boxing though, right? Shut up. Yeah. Shut up! So these be athletes that don't know shit. Shout out to the fighter that won all the smoke. Hashtag the ninja sword. You already know.
Give power to my nigga sword!
This kid, Apartheid Hitchens, shook my hand and dapped it up. And I say, yo, thank you for standing on business. I'm here on business, so I can't do what you do. because I have a responsibility to my audience. I'm getting them content, but thank you, brother. You can't hear it because I didn't know my audio was fucked up. But he's like, yeah. I'll run it back for you. This is it right here.
Lay them down. Good.
I'm thanking him for standing on business. This is at the Fatal Fury presser at the Palladium. And he, the whole time he was screaming at Teofimo, calling him a racist. It was only him and his other boy. And when that was done, I was like, thank you for standing on business. Dapped it up when he looked me in the face. And was like, yeah, salute. Nigga, you ain't mean it. These kids are different, man. These kids are different. All of you are strange. Yeah, Sugar Free, you was screaming at him and all kinds of weird shit. It's weird shit now because now I see he don't mean it. But you know what, bro? You done called out Devin. Follow through. That's all I'm saying. I think Devin smokes you. Prove me wrong. It's boxing. Prove me wrong. But I think Devin smokes you. He's too sharp. He's too fast. And by the time you end at round 3, you're going to be a moving target that's going to be getting hit. You ain't going to be a stable target. You're going to be one of those clay discs. Pull, bang. And by round 5, you're going to be like, oh, shit. I don't know what niggas was talking about pillow fist. I feel everything. Matter of fact, I think Devin knocks you out. Now, prove me wrong. You done called the man out? Because this shit with these niggas and Teofimo and Ryan, I expect it now. They exist because of you motherfuckers. And that's cool. That's cool. Devin has he has a list. Boots at 54, but guess what, y'all? You know Boots can still get it, right? Boots can still get the work. Conor Ben is on that list. Apartheid Hitchens is on that list. And you don't open up your mouth now. You open up your mouth, you done said what you said. And because people hate DHP, they rocking with you. What you gonna do? This is a picture of what was said on Twitter. He'll call Bill and Devin N-words, but he hugged up with the racists. These dudes be lost. See? Now Ring Magazine says, me and Teofimo Lopez next. Could we see super light unification fight between Richardson Hitchens and Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo is not going to make $11 million fighting this dude. How are y'all not calling him a duck? How are you not? How is Teofimo not going to get his bread in a fight that he could quote-unquote possibly win? And both these niggas on the list. So if Teo could make 11, no doubt Hitchens, let's say if Teo in another dimension beats Devin, Rich could go up there and fight Teofimo and see at least $5 million. How about this? Rich, hit up Turkey and say, yo, look, I'll take the 11 to fight Devin. Boss, I'll take the 11 to fight Devin, where Teo wasn't going to do it. Do that. You don't deserve 11. But everybody celebrates a Devin Haney enemy until he whooped their ass. Oh, Apartheid don't want to fight Teo because he's too busy glazing on his racist ass. Y'all Negroes got no morals. Fight your brother, but won't fight the dude sending bananas to black people. There you go. And Devin responds, because it ain't about boxing, like I told y'all. Why is it that Devin Haney is like dare I say he's the only person on code? The only active person on code, man. I gotta remind y'all.
Address the fact that this guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and you just made this fight a little more personal. Take it a step further, Keyshawn. Just
in the 140-pound division. A couple of the title holders that are out there right now. Teofimo Lopez here, watching this fight from ringside. What do you want to do next?
I want the big fights. After my last fight, I called Teofimo out right away. Obviously he got other plans, so I don't know what's next. But I'm looking here at the camera. Devin Haney, fuck you, Nick. Let's fight. Devin Haney next. Devin Haney and Bill Haney. New York, stand up, baby. We here, baby. Shout out to everybody that came out to the fights. Everybody that bought the fights. Me and Teofimo next. I got rid of the job he couldn't get done.
Sending bananas to motherfuckers, bro. You kids are the absolute worst, bro. You kids are the absolute worst, man. I don't respect you. I don't like you. I don't trust you. And that's why I be saying, yo, stay the fuck away from me, man. For real. I'm dead serious, bro. Yeah, Kudo, I'm definitely like, New York, stand up. Nah. No. I could have went to that shit last night. I didn't go because I had a feeling. I said one or two things is going to happen. Either he's going to fuck around and lose, or in a winning effort, he's going to say something stupid. And I was right. He said something stupid. That was stupid. You're going to N-bomb for the world to hear, right? In an aggressive manner. Then you hugged up with Tio after you said, oh, I don't know what he's doing next. But then you're going to say, oh, we doing it next. Tio ain't fighting you. Guess what? Newsflash, stupid. Teofimo does not want anybody black making $1 million with him. That's just it. Never forget Teofimo ducked $11 million. Anybody that doesn't hold that over his head, y'all are crazy. Y'all are deranged. Y'all are simpletons. Y'all are just flat out clowns. Clowns. If Devin Haney ducked that amount of money to face his contemporary, I wouldn't hear the end of it. There'd be 500 people in here talking about Devin Haney crazy and this, that, and the third. A lot of people that don't come around no more. Well, the majority of them are blocked. But y'all saw Victor show up here, right? How funny, because every now and again, a person's channel will pop up on my algorithm. And today, you know what happened? Every now and again, this ain't even Photoshop. This nigga cool. Fuck out. Every now and again, God will throw something at you and say, hey man, check this shit out. So some channel pops up that I'm not that I'm not familiar with. And in the icon, the dude, this guy was live. And I don't know homie. I'm not talking bad about him, but you know what made me click on it? Because I did like a double take. I looked and I said, that's Victor. Now, I don't know this guy's channel at all. But I took a picture with my phone. I said, oh, okay, he's alive. I'm starting to worry. Don't come around no more. You saw what he came in here and said. He still bigged up Tank. You know, you haven't seen him since the Lamont Roach debacle, right? By the way, what's the date on the Lamont Roach and Tank Davis rematch? Anybody? I guess my point is, cats are going where it's comfortable. They go where it's comfortable. And you're nervous. And you guys better hope your boy wins. I'm detached from it. I'm detached from it. I don't care who wins. The Tank better not lose. You hear what I'm saying? I don't have no malice towards Lamont Roach at all. I don't care who wins, but Tank better not lose. But if he wins, I want y'all to understand. He's giving you Jake Paul. He's riding off into the sunset. Because remember when he said he's retiring at the end of 2025? This kid is such a damn liar. And these be your heroes. Now, Victor's my age. What was he doing talking about his style of dress and his hair? Victor's my age.
Good night.
Hey, bro. Moses Atuma versus Dogface Billy and White. Super Coon White. Good. I hope Moses Atuma sleeps him badly. Just check the fan base. You see what I'm talking about. So I need all the haters to jump on the Richardson Apartheid Hitchens bandwagon. Jump on it now. Jump on it now. Because he said what he said. Yeah, Dal, I'm being nice about that. He might be older than me. I just look good for almost 50 years old. So jump on it now. I want you to jump on it now. And while you're at it, between Saturday night and, between the 14th and just count down the days. Remember when we did this with Super Del Matias? And they tried that damn. So it was Bill's fault. Bill lied again. What? He said he was talking to his team. I said, well, who's Peter Khan? Well, Peter Khan's not on the team. Bill called in the Boxing Voice that morning. After Bill came to my live stream and said, we reached out to Super Del Matias. We got all hype. Then they said, whoa, Peter Khan ain't involved. I said, okay. We didn't know that. He called the Boxing Voice that Monday, or was it Tuesday? I forgot. When Matias' team was there, he said, okay, I'm talking to the right people now. What's up? They told him, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks. That was like January of 2024. You remember that? And you remember my little countdown? It's the longest 2 weeks in the history of man. Oh, his hands are broken. We got to wait till we heal up. And then you remember when Teofimo Lopez was trying to get that Super Del Matias fight? Sign the contract for this date or you ducked. You knew that man's hand was broke. So DHP was like, all right, cool. When you heal up. Oh, Bill, we'll fly you out to Arizona. Man, we got Zoom. I ain't got to go over there to get this shit done. What are y'all talking about? Get out of here. They ducked. And then he fucked around and lost to Liam Paro. I'm telling you, this Haney curse. I'm telling you, man. He got Liam Paro problems. Requete. So there goes that. And I ain't got no beef with Super Del Matias. I'm just saying that's what happened. I'm talking to the two rabid-ass fans that tried to come in here and act like we didn't live through the damn history. Rackete. Ay, Subrel. We can't unsee that. Oh, my dear, is he going to do this? Okay, can he do it against Liam Pravo, please? He's fighting Puello next. Can you get that right, please? I want Subrel in the mix. But he fell off the radar so bad, he didn't even make the list. Same thing with Gary Antoine Russell. You fell off so bad. Speaking of Puello, you didn't even make the list and you talking shit. Y'all put in some work, man. And this is why we say Dev is the face of boxing. Y'all on the list. Some of you are on the list. And you know it's life-changing money. All you got to do is show the fuck up. Now, Apartheid Hitchens, you done talk some shit now. What you finna do? It's Sunday. Anybody on Twitter? Did he reach out to Turkey? Did he reach out to Devin? Let me know. Tomorrow's Monday. We got two. He needs to bust a move now. Because Devin was supposed to be in camp for this hoe-ass Tiafijo. For what, August? Okay, cool. You just fought, let me see, June, July, August, September. You can fight Devin in September. How about this? You can fight Devin in September, the weekend of September 11th in Brooklyn. And the theme will be beautiful. Do that. Unless you pump faking. But I ain't gonna talk guy head off, man. I don't know. I might go play a video game. It's Father's Day. Salute to y'all. I'll be talking this boxing shit in the morning. And salute to you super coons trying to get a deal.
Nigga!
I hate every last one of you. That's on Jesus. Just because I want to eat on this.
One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement. Serena with the serve. Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Who is you what you deserve? Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Look, I feel like I should just be honest. I'm escaping traumas, trying to be the greatest, that's my promise. You know, I always stand on business, always been relentless. Know the trousers new and the shirt vintage. Living free of drama, still finding ways to make my own problems, chasing progress. A baddie sleeping in a bonnet, that's my favorite topic. Still searching for a goddess like the Black Madonna. It's like that, and I'm right back. For every message left on red and ones that I ain't right back. Was looking for some peace inside myself until I find that I'm in and out of situations, wavy as a kayak. Before the lights dim, I say a prayer, I find the one before my life end. But to be fair, I might not deserve to even find it then. I hope I'm reincarnated through the fire then, so I could try again. One day it'll make sense. Till that day I gotta pay rent. You know, baby, need some new shoes. Gotta keep some dollars on the statement. Serena with the serve. Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. Who is you what you deserve? Who is you what you deserve? Yeah. I deserve to be me. I deserve to make mistakes. I deserve to be free.
Hey, yo. Loma Stenko was like, oh, shit. My ribs. Oh, shit. My ribs. Yo, salute to the Wrench Gang.
Come on!
I'll catch y'all in the AM, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.